It's the 4th day of Vlogmas and we're going global. Christmas traditions across the globe with Dayle and Autumn. Happy Vlogmas day 4, you gorgeous fandabbies. I hope you're all having a fandabby dozy today. Today's Vlogmas is going to be relatively short because we have got a lot to do this afternoon, so I'm not going to be able to vlog later today. So it's morning. We have ordered a filthy McDonald's breakfast. So we don't have to cook anything, we don't have to make anything apart from le café. So yeah, that's on its way, and I am focusing pretty much all of this Vlogmas edition on a wonderful collaboration that was all Dale's Addictions idea. Oh my god, Dale's Addiction. I can't talk this morning, I'm so sorry. More coffee, more coffee. And she came up with this wonderful idea, because I don't know if you know this, but us YouTubers, we're everywhere. We are everywhere. Dale is in Australia. I am in the UK. Dale invited me and Autumn, who, as you know, lives in Texas, in America, to join her in running through Christmas traditions in our parts of the world. And I thought that was a really, really interesting and exciting thing, because things are very different in different parts of the world, whether that be weather related or just traditions in general or whatever. So we're going to do that. We're going to do advent calendars. I will show you the gin, but I can't drink the gin because it's before midday, and it's not quite Christmas yet. Christmas Day acceptable, maybe not every other day of the year. I will of course have Dale and Autumn's channels linked down below. If you don't already know about them, where have you been? They're both absolutely fabulous. Autumn is the queen of Vlogmas. I've said it before and I'll say it again. And Dale is doing her first Vlogmas this year, and she is absolutely smashing it. Right, so Christmas traditions across the globe with Autumn and Dale and Gwenny. I've got the questions up on my screen and I've scribbled my answers down, and I have some props. I have some show and tell. Yeah. Filthy breakfast break. It's arrived. Which one's which? Oh, they're the same, aren't they? Double sausage and egg McMuffin with a hash brown. Scrumbly yumblies. Sorry about that brief interruption, but when the food arrives, you gotta go get it while it's hot. I've taken the opportunity to make myself another coffee as well, so I shall be pouring that very shortly. But where were we? Oh yes, Christmas traditions across the globe. The first question is, what will the weather be like? Now, I think we've all seen the Christmas cards with the beautiful, quaint little thatched cottage in the English countryside, with a beautiful smattering of snow, and that's not the case at all. That's not the case. It's where I am in southern England. It's generally a bit rainy, a bit drizzly, a bit cold. Well, not a bit cold, actual cold. Not actual cold as in Canada cold, but UK cold. Kind of about freezing kind of thing. So it'll be a bit frosty, but rarely would we have any actual snow for actual Christmas. There's a really big thing actually where the Met Office has a location, I think it's in London, and if one snowflake lands on the roof of this location, it is classed as a white Christmas because snow has fallen. I believe that might be an urban myth. Go and look it up. Okay, question number 2 is your typical Christmas Day outfit. Now, generally speaking, I'm partial to a Christmas PJ set, like this, comme ça. But I'm either in it, in a PJ, whether we've got people coming round or not. Obviously, last couple of years has been a bit weird, but generally I'm in something like this, get all snuggly, not leaving the house, or I turn myself into a Christmas present by wearing something like this. Yes, it is Somerset by Alice Temperley. There'll be no surprise there. But this has got like a little ruffly neckline, it's got a little bow, you can make a little bow on it, it's got puffed sleeves, it's got pockets. Basic human right! Basic human Christmas right. Yes. And it is ridiculously patterned, it is over patterned, and it is basically, it's just over the top, and that is it. I am either in Christmas PJs, cutesy, or completely over the top, dressed up like a Christmas present. The third thing is favourite festive foods and drinks. Now I'm about food and drinks, so I've got quite a list here. Generally speaking, on Christmas Day, we'll start with something like Bucks Fizz. It's called Bucks Fizz in the UK. I believe it's called a mimosa in other areas of the world. A little bit of orange juice topped up with a little bit of something fizzy. For that I would use Prosecco. I wouldn't use an actual champagne. Would move on to the actual champagne later in the day. But kind of traditionally speaking, we would have that with some smoked salmon for breakfast, with a little bit of capers, a little squeeze of lemon, some brown toast, maybe a little bit of cream cheese like Philadelphia or something like that on the side. What else? Ground black pepper. I would normally have like a little dab of creamed horseradish with that as well, because I think that goes particularly well with smoked salmon. And that would set us up for the rest of the day. And then we wouldn't really have meals until the big event, the big roast. But we would maybe intersperse with some mince pies or some panettone, which I'm quite late to the party on. I only discovered this last year, and oh my god, it is delicious. I like to have a slab of this with a slab of butter on top. And I'm quite distressed that I can't find it year round. Also, these I discovered a few years ago. These are the Lebkuchen hearts. Fruity apricot filled gingerbread covered with dark chocolate and milk chocolate decoration. Very tasty. These are probably my second favourite to these. These Pfeffernuss. They're just absolutely delicious. Soft gingerbread cookie with a kind of sugar drizzled coating like you'd get on top of a lemon drizzle cake or something like that, but it's just sugary. It's just sugar and gingerbread, and these were absolutely fantastic when I was sick. Because I had that really weird thing of being super hungry all the time but feeling super queasy and not being able to face food, these were fantastic. I think they gave me a little bit of an energy boost, but the gingerbread seemed to really knock the kind of queasiness on the head, which was really interesting. So if you do feel a little bit queasy, sicky, I prescribe these for medicinal purposes, of course. Other Christmassy festive snacking items might be soft-boiled quail's eggs. Now they're an absolute faff to boil and then peel. My god, they are so hard to peel. Because they're so tiny, they're just so faffy. And by the time you've peeled them all, you'd like, I don't want to eat them. But I don't like the pre-cooked ones that you can get from the supermarket. But anyway, soft-boiled quail's eggs, preferably a little bit warm still, dipped in some celery salt. Mwah. Big roast dinner, not really that bothered about the meat element. Turkey I find a little bit boring, a little bit dry. I prefer more of a really tasty corn-fed chicken or something like that, or beef. But whatever we have, it'll have all of the trimmings. Sprouts with some pancetta. Oh my god, I love sprouts and pancetta. Probably cranberry sauce and horseradish cream, regardless of what meat there is. There is a very big feeling in this house that Yorkshire puddings are not just for beef, they're for every roast, so we have them with every roast. And then we'd have something like a honey roasted parsnips and carrots. That's absolutely delicious. I've tried doing red cabbage, spiced red cabbage before. I'm just not very good at that, so I try to avoid that. So big roast dinner, maybe followed by a cheese board. Now mince pies, I've not mentioned mince pies because I'm not that much of a fan of mince pies, although I will eat them. And I will actually enjoy them when I eat them. I half enjoy them. I don't like the filling, I like the pastry. I don't like the filling because I'm not really a big sort of fruit cakey kind of person. My first wedding cake was a traditional fruit cake. didn't have any of it. My second wedding cake was made of cheese. It was stacked layers of cheese, much more my speed. So things like Christmas puddings, stuff like that, they're not for me at all. Normally I will get mince pies mostly for the hubby because he really enjoys them, and I'll generally get him as a stocking filler like a little mini single Christmas pud that he can have, and without fail every single year he completely forgets to eat it. So in terms of drinks, other than the Bucks Fizz to start off with, champagne, obviously water throughout the day, stay hydrated kids, is Bailey's, that ultimate Christmas drinky poo. I love Bailey's. I only ever have it at Christmas. It's a little bit like Michael Bublé. You know it's Christmas when the Bailey's, you open the fridge door and it's like, oh, the Bailey's is there, it must be Christmas. So yes, those are my kind of favourite-y, festive, treaty food and drinky poos. My throat's getting a little bit sore, so I am going to top up with some coffee. Next up, Christmas soundtrack and favourite carols. So I'm more of your kind of poppy Christmas kind of gal. I'm never very good at remembering the names of them. It's more like, oh, you remember the one that goes like this? Or when it comes on the radio or the playlist, if we put on an electronic playlist through the electronic speaker things. I'm not going to say any names here because I don't want everyone's things to go off. So we'll put on like a playlist and it'll be like the poppy one. But my absolute all-time favourite Christmas song is Fairy Tale of New York. I just love it. I don't know what it is about it, but I don't know if it's from childhood or whatever. My favourite Christmas carol, when I like your no nonsense, we wish you a Merry Christmas and Jingle Bells and things like that. No nonsense. This is all about Christmas. I really love the Little Drummer Boy. That is the one that goes ba ra pa bum bum, isn't it? Because I think that's from childhood. I'm just really enjoying and loving that. Pa ra pa bum bum, dee 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 pa bum bum. Love it. It's just so catchy and so lovely. My biggest problem with Christmas songs and soundtracks, which hasn't really been a problem this last couple of years because of not being out and about so much, is hearing them played over and over and over and over and over again while you're out doing your Christmas shopping. By the time Christmas Day comes along, I'm kind of sick of it. I don't really want to listen to any anymore. But those are probably, yeah, those are probably my favourites. This next one is a cause of continual Christmassy consternation in this house because it's about when do we exchange gifts. Now, assuming that it's Christmas Day and we have or we don't have family with us or whatever, but we're at home, it's Christmas Day, when do we exchange our gifts? Now, in my head, get stuck into the food, have like a little bit of a cheeky mimosa, a little bit of a cheeky Bucks Fizz, start making some food, then maybe do stockings, the silly little bits and pieces, and then do things throughout the day, and then maybe do presents a little bit later in the day. Unfortunately, the lion is not quite as subscribed to delayed gratification as I am, and he is first thing in the morning, as soon as we wake up, and he will wake up at something like 5 o'clock on Christmas morning, super excited. As soon as we wake up, he wants to open everything. So that might be stockings, big presents, everything. He just wants to open everything straight away. And then he'll maybe play with his things for the rest of the day or whatever. So I prefer to sort of space it out and maintain that kind of anticipation and a little bit of excitement throughout the day. And hubby's just like, no, now! Favourite Christmas movie? Now, I'm not really a fan of your kind of schmaltzy, Love Actually kind of Christmas time of year based films. My absolute all-time favourite Christmas film is Die Hard. It has everything. It has everything. I love it. I absolutely love it. Last year we didn't get around to watching Die Hard, and I think I probably asked or said about 3 times a day last Christmas, when are we going to watch Die Hard? So this year we are watching Die Hard. Other than that, I've watched films like It's a Wonderful Life. That just was heartbreaking. I didn't need that over Christmas. Elf, I watched, was it last year or 2 years ago, for the very first time. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was silly, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Pretty good thing to watch when you're kind of full with Christmas food and you're just sort of mooching around on the sofa after eating a big meal, drifting in and out of Christmas dinner coma, or something like The Muppets Christmas Carol, because I'm a big fan of the Muppets and I love them. This next one is probably my favourite entry on this global Christmas traditions list, and it is decorating aesthetic and favourite decorations. Now, I think you have a hint of what my decorating aesthetic is. It is throw all the tinsel, all the lights, all the colour, all the tats, hope it stays for the duration of the festive period, and glory in its over-the-topness. Absolutely love it. I have dug out a few of my favourite decorations as well for the Christmas tree, which we haven't got yet, but we will be putting up downstairs. So, and yes, I am presenting them to you in my Louis Vuitton Nice Mini. So we have, as an indication of what the Christmas tree looks like, we have David Bowie, the mighty, mighty David Bowie. This is the kind of thing I use as filler. This is like a little gold glittery chandelierial, or chandelier. I know chandelierial is not the real word, but I like to say it. We have a little glittery photo frame with a picture of me and the hubby on our wedding day. I think that's quite cute. We have a little robot, because why not? Same with the cactus, why not? Rainbow. Flamingo with a little Christmas bobble hat on. A little beaded camel. A donut, because the hubby loves donuts. A little animal rescue charity bauble, which we bought before we lost our Izzy cat, but now she represents our Izzy cat on the Christmas tree. Lots, and I mean lots, of little disco balls. A little purple unicorn, which was given to me as a birthday gift when I joined one of my clients a few years ago. Yoda, because every Christmas tree needs a Yoda. Little ceramic happy cat. And a sugar skull, because I adore sugar skulls. That's everything that's in there, but it's not everything that goes on the tree. There is a lot more. I've got neon glitter stag heads, I've got more skulls, just everything goes on there. If I get a chance to, I'll add a little cutaway to show those in a little bit more detail. Right, what's the next question? Favourite Christmas pastimes and traditions? For me, it's kind of just like hanging out. I just like hanging out, chatting to people. I've started to enjoy watching the Queen's speech. Generally don't get to watch it bang on 3 o'clock when it's being broadcast. I have to watch it on catch up because we're in the kitchen cooking or something like that. But maybe just curling up and watching a good film after eating, or playing silly games like charades, just doing something like that. Just kind of being together, I think, yeah. How has Christmas changed for you compared to your childhood? This is a really hard one. That's really, really hard. All I would say is these days I have more control over the food and drink. I do remember one Christmas when I was very, very young, there was a very popular TV show called Food and Drink, which was all about food and drink, and they had these sort of wine experts who would be swirling the wine and sniffing and talking about wishes of hollyhocks and the butter they can eat, all of that kind of stuff. It was all about really good food and really good wine and flavours therein. And I do remember this was one of my mum's favourite TV programmes, so we watched that, and I don't know how old I was. I want to say about 7 or 8. Mum gave me the tiniest little bit of champagne in a glass so I could join in with the toasts and everything, and because I'd seen them do it on Food and Drink, I swirled it round like that, stuck my nose in, put it all the way back so I could sniff it. Obviously didn't know what I was doing. And it went right up my schnoz. And it hurt. It absolutely stung my schnoz. But yeah, that always makes me laugh when I think about it. And the final thing is, what are you most looking forward to this Christmas? I don't know. In terms of plans for Christmas, we haven't really made plans to see anyone because we've been ill and because it's still out there and everything. So I really don't know. It would be nice to just hang out with the lion. It would be nice to taste and smell my Christmas dinner. There you go. Bit selfish, I know, but Christmas is but once a year, and if you can't get panettone throughout the year, I'm going to need my taste buds for it, please. Thank you very much. That is my Christmas traditions around the globe element of the collaboration with Autumn and Dayle. Go and check out their Vlogmases today and see what they've come up with. I know I will. Let me know in the comment section, what are your Christmas traditions? Do you have anything that's become a sort of quirky tradition that's not standard or usual? Let me know. I'm really interested. I am struggling to keep up with comments at the moment because it's an everyday filming, editing, uploading situation. So I do apologise. I will get to everyone's comments, but don't stop leaving them because I love reading them and I love responding to them. Let's do some chocolate. Where are we? We're on day number 4. Oops. Day number 4. I see you, day number 4. I saw the name of it and I'm happy. It's a raspberry smoothie. So it's got like a little bobble on the front. Creamy on the inside. And I can taste the raspberry. Get in! That is really good with the coffee. Let's see what gin we've got today. Like I said, I'm not going to be able to taste it, but I am going to show it to you and give you my tasting notes later. If I can taste it. 14, 22, 5, 3, 9, 4! Right in the middle there. Right in the middle. Oh, you're an awkward shape. Oh, I've had Silent Pool before because the distillery is close to where one of our besties used to live. And she got me a bottle of it. It was absolutely delicious. I really enjoyed it. But this is the Albury Winter Gin. That's the bottle. Complete with fingerprints. Glass, quite hefty. I'm looking forward to giving that a go. So that is it for today's Vlogmas. I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your Christmas traditions and your favourite foods and things like that down in the comment section down below, and I will see you tomorrow for some more exciting... And I'll see you tomorrow for more exciting Vlogmas stuff. Bye-bye!